big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted up at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check and took off. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. With me, boy.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. McIntyre. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing again. McIntyre. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun. McIntyre flushed out right. Open man is Allison, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They go play action here on first down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. From the gun, McIntyre. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Room to run past midfield. And a cutback right sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers to throw once more. Caught on the right side by Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Throwing is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. McIntyre got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. From the gun on third down. McIntyre, he goes underneath to Freeman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Throwing on first down. McIntyre. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, McIntyre. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Green 39.
Operating from the gun. McIntyre. He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
No, check, Patriots.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, McIntyre eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Hey, 50.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 88. 318. Hurry up. 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll run with Montgomery. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, McIntyre. Open here is Allison. That's complete. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking to throw. McIntyre. Got a man. That's Allison. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off play action. McIntyre. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A final shot before break. McIntyre looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Working from the gun. Rodgers dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. Drops it to Jones in the flag. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here we go now.
Operating from the gun, McIntyre. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. McIntyre. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Box it.
To throw on second down. Rodgers. Oh, look at that. A diving catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Able to avoid him at the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Right there. 54. Max Norm. Hold.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he fends him off. Steps away to it. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off with great anticipation.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
To throw from his end zone. McIntyre throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, McIntyre looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. McIntyre. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, McIntyre. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. McIntyre. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
you now, Barney.
On first down, McIntyre looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. McIntyre. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Over. No. We need 10. Zoom. Hey. Teammate.
Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
You got him. You got him.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Wind out. You got 58.
A give to Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers now. From the gun, he'll throw. Left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Packers on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago. And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Being chased out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Forced out to his left. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Rodgers looking to throw. Dancing, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake. McIntyre. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago